think I'd go with Percy. Yeah, I'm going with Percy. Yeah,
still Percy.
Yeah. I do like Percy.
That would definitely have more relevance now.
People singing though as you show up though would be pretty awesome if you're Hercules. But, yeah.
Oh, the muses.
Yeah.
Bless my soul, you standing next in line.
What?
Waiting all this time to get on this ride.
I love it.
Greetings, my friends. This is the brain. Yes, of TV's Pinky and the Brain. And you're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast with Kevin, Danny, Eli, and Rachel, who will help me to take over the world. Yes.
Jumbo, everyone.
Harambe.
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast.
They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante Sana, everyone. You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana. And on this show, we invite you to feel the libations.
Feel it, feel it.
We are artistic buffs and not artistic cream puffs. This is a show in which every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us. In this episode, Eli takes us through a fun exercise of Would You Rather? Or this or that. Whatever you want to call it. Call it that. Call it this.
You could do it this or you could do it that.
Yes, right.
This is where it's at.
And look, this isn't your typical polish, practice, pixie dust, and Disney podcast. No way. We are not in Universal Studios Florida, or Orlando, I guess, whatever it's being called nowadays. We're not there every day letting you know that new Halloween Horror Nights Jack the Clown masks and signs are now available at the Universal Orlando Resort.
That's right, Kev. We're just here to drink, talk some Disney, and give you some hard Disney choices. Never soft. Magic Always got it for you.
Always Disney hard. And that's the beauty of this. And you listeners have the easy part. All you guys and girls have to do is to listen up to what we think up while we drink up.
My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
I'm Eli.
And Rachel is out today. And look, if you're thinking about visiting the Universal Orlando Resort or Walt Disney World or Disneyland, Rachel can help you book that. Booking with Rachel is one of the easiest ways to support us. Also, you can leave a rating or review on Apple Podcasts and wherever you access our show. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss an episode of the Magic Our Way podcast. Also, we want to thank our Patreon supporters for all that they do for us. Alrighty, y'all. So look, enough of our jibber jabber. Let's go figure out which one of these things we're going to choose. This or that.
Or the other.
Or the other.
Diddy.
Or Diddy.
Not Diddy.
This or Diddy. Welcome to the Hub, the big topic segment of our show. And as I mentioned, we are doing a little exercise. We've done it in the past. You know, something we had a series of shows called This or That. I don't know what we're going to call it, but it's essentially the same type of concept, right?
Yeah.
Well, we New Orleanian it.
Yeah. We
This or that.
This or that.
that.
Yes. So I'm going to toss it over to Eli, who created this latest version of this game, to tell us what we got going on and what he wants us to do.
Yeah, so for this one, I just wanted to, have some fun. I mean, we've talked about so much fun stuff with Disney and Marvel and vacations and whatnot. So I kind of want to do this little hodgepodge for the gang here, for everyone listening out there.
Hodges Podge?
Hodges Podge.
Eli Hodges Ivory Podge?
That's what we do. It makes it that much sweeter.
It's more personable.
Yes. So
I like it.
So for everyone listening, we're just basically I'm going to give you like two choices. There's no wrong answer here. You just say which one you feel that you would do as opposed to the other. And that's what we're going to have here and have a little fun with that.
Okay. So you give us something like Irish Spring or Dial Soap.
Right. So then we'll just,
And you just pick one.
You just pick one.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just have like a couple
Old Spice.
That is refreshing.
Old Spice.
Well, say like, look, we had a couple of things. So we'll start with this. We'll start it off simple, and then we'll just kind of
call it this, that, or the other.
The other.
Oh no, I only had two choices. But if you got it,
if you got the other, you put in the other.
You put in the other. Okay, then we got a 3-1. Okay, all right. So we'll start with this. We'll start simple: corn dog or turkey leg. Original recipe.
Oh, that's easy for me. I don't dine on no bird. Corn dog for sure.
That's fair.
I like birds, but I still like a corn dog.
Corn dog?
I like the corn dog.
Yeah, that's like me and my wife's like signature. We have to do that together kind of thing.
Okay.
There's not much like that, but that is one. We always have an argument and a corn dog.
You have the argument while having the corn dog?
We generally have the argument, and then we have the corn dog and make up.
Well, that's beautiful.
We generally average one argument per Disney trip.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
As long as it ain't over the corn dog versus the turkey leg.
No, it's definitely not over that.
But it's something awesome about a freshly cooked corn dog.
It is.
Not like frozen out of the freezer
Right.
or like prepackaged, pre-breaded. They dip it and then they fry it.
Where's your
So
favorite place
good.
to get this?
Disneyland.
Yeah, Disneyland
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, Disney World, you got to go to Sleepy Hollow. But
Yeah.
I like for whatever reason, I won't eat a corn dog anywhere other than Disney. Like if I'm here, I'm like, I'm not eating that
Because it's always
Fattening.
disappointing.
It's not good for you. It's
Pre-frozen.
terrible.
Those sporting
prepackaged.
event, they say, here's corn dogs, get your corn dogs
Yeah,
here.
no, I don't want to have diarrhea in the stall.
Those aren't-
with
those
30
aren't fresh,
dudes
yeah.
out in front. No,
Yes.
I'm not eating
did.
that at a sporting event. But
And
for
for
whatever reason, at Disney,
Oh, damn.
those are magic corn dogs, and they don't affect your digestion.
They're fresh.
They help fix
Yes.
things with your spouse while on vacation.
Yeah, you
Right.
definitely, if you're from New Orleans, you don't want a Lucky corn dog.
No, yes. Anybody that's coming down here to see us for anything, yes, please heed that advice.
Avoid the lucky dog.
Lucky
Because you
dog,
won't
period.
be lucky having the dog.
No.
Yeah, me. Of course, I'm going with the original recipe turkey leg, not whatever they
Disney
serve
World
at Disney
recipe?
World.
Yeah.
No, that's still wrong in my opinion. I don't know why the two can't just come together and just say the original recipe is where it's at. Like I've had to preach to people about the original. Remember that we went somewhere?
Yes.
Some guy was like, "Hey, is this one good?" I was like, no, it's not. You
I-
try it.
That's because they don't know
I
how
don't
good it
think
was.
as many people that there are that many people that are as big of an aficionado where they can even tell the difference. It's kind of like when they went from Coke to New Coke, and then they altered the recipe, and then you're drinking New Coke, and you don't even recognize it.
That's right.
Like that's probably it. They didn't have your acute palate.
Your connoisseurness.
my
it comes to
sensitivities.
Yeah, your
turkey
Cavassier.
legs.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fair. I am a fan. I am a
Yes.
fan. So okay.
All right.
That was
Corn
easy.
dog turkey leg.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's easy going. All right, let's say next one: iced coffee or ice cream float. Or if you have an other for this,
Ooh. Okay. So where's the iced coffee at?
now see, I would just jump on just say ice cream float because I may as well just throw that out. But I'm figuring like
Well, yeah, you get that every time before we leave. As usual, we're working backwards from what you want us to talk about.
yes, but I was gonna say because like I'm like the opposite of what you say with the corn dog. I would get an iced coffee, say here, but when we're out in the world or the land, I think you guys are usually like out in Disney Springs getting like different coffees or something like that, right?
No, not really. I mean,
Wherever,
normally,
yeah.
no. Like, to me, it's more of a tradition to do like a frozen Coke than what
Oh,
it is to
an
do. Yeah, when we go to Animal Kingdom, I always get a frozen Coke. For
That's a
whatever
good other.
stupid reason.
Yeah.
I feel like doing it, but man, geez. I mean, if it's Joffrey's, I might go with the ice cream float. Oh, that's tough. Normally, I end up going to Starbucks and just getting a Frappuccino, to be quite honest.
Doesn't I remember
Right.
we've gone like in the land and we've gone like during the earlier part of Disney Springs before we called a moderator one time.
Mhm.
And like y'all jumped in there and like worked y'all magic and I just am always in awe.
That cat chorus? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, you're talking about the frappe.
The frappe.
the frappe.
That
Yeah.
that was a frappe.
That's a frappe.
My bad.
Yeah. Which was, I guess it's an iced coffee, but it's good.
Yeah, it's really good. There
Yeah.
wasn't really ice in it so much, but I mean, yeah, it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, which is a shame.
Yeah.
That's a lost. That was delicious.
So if I say frappe versus frozen Coke.
Oh, it's not even a
versus float,
contest. It's a frappe.
Yeah, it's frappe.
Cat
for
course
sure.
frappe.
I would sachet to get her one of her
Oh,
frappes.
yeah.
the frappe trumps all.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
Instantly.
The frappe is God.
Yeah, frappe is good.
I just learned something.
Oh, good. That's what I meant to say. Yes.
It's Walt.
Okay, now this is funny because we kind of talked about this a little early when we were having dinner before we came here. All right, so breakfast. Do you do Steakhouse 71 or Ohana?
Ohana.
Stop. I've never been to Ohana for breakfast.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I usually end
Oh,
up.
wait a minute.
I always end up going there for dinner because it's like that's all I
Rachel.
can book.
I
See-
thought we
see if you
had
can get
talks
that.
about this. No.
No,
You've
I
never
never
had.
have.
Oh, they have the wasabi Bloody Mary.
Because every time I bring it up, y'all tell me about it. I was like, I got to try that one day.
You get Lapu Lapu's the wasabi Bloody Mary. You got the kids with the coconuts, and I don't know if they do that. It's been a while because my kids outgrown. Although to be fair, Lily, that's one of we asked her for the next trip coming up. All right, you can book 2 places. What do you want to book? Narcoossee's, Ohana breakfast. So yeah, Ohana breakfast is a lot. The only thing I don't like is that pog juice.
Exactly.
That's what I keep hearing y'all talk about.
Oh
yeah.
it's awful. Rachel likes it though because they do the back scratcher, I think, or something like
Oh,
that.
out of the.
right.
Oh, do they really? Oh, that's right.
It's either the back scratcher or something else. I
One
think
of
it was
those,
back
yeah.
scratcher.
But that steakhouse, everyone has a good breakfast. Also,
I do like
there's
the breakfast,
mimosas.
everyone. Yeah.
If you're a mimosa fan,
Bottomless mimosas, they
yeah,
do.
That was
and
nice.
they're good.
But I
Yeah,
like the
getting the
all-you-can-eatness of the Ohana breakfast, though.
No, Ohana for sure. It's not even close. I mean, we haven't even talked about Stitch, Mickey, Minnie. Oh, not Minnie. I'm sorry, not Minnie. Mickey, Pluto, and
Stitch.
well, no, I already said Stitch, but Lilo.
Lilo,
That's the
oh,
other one
right.
I'm thinking.
Oh,
of.
Lilo Stitch. Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it depends how long you stay there. If you gather them all, and that's a friendly group of cast members.
Friendly group of cast members.
Yeah.
So much fun. No,
Very
Ohana
popular
is-
breakfast, yeah.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
If Ohana was available for breakfast, I'd cancel Boma, Kevin, and book that right now for us.
Oh, that'd be fun.
You should do that. Wasabi Bloody Marys are really good.
I've yet to have that, yeah.
Oh, it's so special. And you can only get it during breakfast. That's
Crazy.
That's the messed up part of it.
Oh.
Only during breakfast.
That's
Yeah.
what makes it special.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
keeps you coming back.
I have to agree, Ohana. It was a tough one for me because I like both, but I'm a mimosa drinker, bottomless mimosa. I tested it. I think I almost touched the bottom, the waiter said.
Oh, good job.
But yeah, Ohana breakfast is a lot more heartier.
Anna was angry with our waiter because she got like two. She ordered the bottomless mimosas, and that equated to like 2 mimosas.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
had to I remember that trip. You had to go at the guy. The guy would come by. He would see everybody with the food and be like, "Hey,
Well,
is
that's not
everyone
my
okay?"
responsibility.
No, I'm with you, but I mean, it was mine. I was like, "Hey, do you not see this mimosa glass, sir? I see the bottom of it."
It's supposed to be bottomless,
Bottomless.
but that is clearly a bottom.
That is
sir.
a bottom, sir. And then,
I did not
yeah.
pay for such a bottom.
Nope. I want the top of this bottom.
Pish posh.
Pish posh, sir.
Terrible.
Say.
Yes.
But again, both good restaurants. But yeah, and then I think also Ohana just has like a good, like you can look out to see everything that's going on. That's just my heart right
See,
there.
all you can eat
Yeah.
catches me. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All I can eat? Oh, that's great.
So Ohana across the board.
Oh,
yeah, I'd say so,
Ohana
yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, well, this one I'm going to give credit to Danny on because he threw this at me and I was like, yeah, I like that.
It hit you in the face. She loved it.
Can't
Just
walk
coated
away
your
from
body
it.
Like
like
we're
a
keeping that private.
lovely comforter.
Oh. Well, I thought it was a team. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My bad.
It's
My
love. It's all gravy and baby.
Okay, would you rather have a Captain America attraction or a Thor attraction?
Ooh. I guess Thor, because at least we could go to Asgard and it's you get to visit otherworldly like places. But that's
I feel like if I was a Disney businessman, I'd say Captain America would have the drawing money for power, whatever, drawing power for money. But
But what would that look like? I'm trying to conceive of what a Captain America attraction would look
A
like.
Captain America
Spider-Man.
attraction, I would imagine, would be like a time travel.
Captain America?
Yeah, because you would have to hit certain parts of the past, maybe hit something, you're frozen. You know, you go
I
out.
don't want to go. I don't want to see his origin story. I want to go on an adventure with
No, that's
him.
what I'm saying. You go through. Well, I guess that's like another show to actually create that ride. But
I'm
like,
going.
which one
I'm
would
going
grab you?
Thor. I'm going Thor because like in the pre-show,
Yeah.
you could be like, you're going to hit the Bifrost Bridge and get to the attraction.
Exactly. There just seems to be much more to play with.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then you can see like all the different things. Loki,
Yeah.
Frost Giant.
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie.
Heimdall.
Heimdall,
all the friends,
Loki.
stuff.
Yeah, there's just too much fun you can have with Thor.
Odin.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you could go and fight Hulk in the gladiator arena.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Grandmaster. Oh, yeah, he would be fun.
That
Oh,
would,
yeah.
that would be
all kind of stuff.
that'd be pretty insane.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That'd be fun. I'd like a Thor attraction.
Yeah.
I was actually like that too. I was thinking like if there was one part where you could just take the hammer and throw it, and then like actually have it come
You're not
back to
worthy!
the end of it, that would be wild.
You're
Yeah.
not worthy for the ammo.
The hammer's just sitting there, almost like an Excalibur sword or something like that. Everybody just stands by, takes
get hit.
pictures, trying to pull on it.
That's right. Their muscles are strained.
Yeah.
They leave
Yeah.
Thor.
That's going to be a really, like, one of these days we'll have to challenge ourselves with coming up with a Captain America attraction because that one.
That would be good.
That would
How'd you
be.
do that?
That's a hard one to kind of wrap my head around as to what unique experiences I would want for that. But
they've developed Thor more than Captain America. I mean, we don't have
Sure.
to sidetrack
Sure,
it, but
sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love Captain America more as a character, but yeah, as an attraction, Thor is more. Out
It's more
there.
colorful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you like better? Would you like to have an attraction that was based on Hercules or an attraction based on Percy Jackson?
Oh, wow.
Oh.
As long as they're both in the animal kingdom, I'm good. I'd be happy with either one of them, but like gun in the head.
It's tough, huh?
Yeah. Gun in the head. I would go with Percy. I think I would go with Percy because I think Percy's world is a little bit more richer, and you got a lot more to pull from.
It's definitely more relevant than Hercules because they haven't done much with Hercules
No, they haven't.
as of late.
I was wondering if you guys were going to kind of say if they were almost intermingled because they both share like.
Well, of course they are.
Yeah. Well, they definitely are, yeah.
That's why it's like you have to pause a little bit and really kind of think it through from a different aspect because, you're going to get the Hydra, you're going to get,
The Minotaur, yeah.
Right.
But it's, straight versus lightning, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd go
still
Percy. Yeah.
Percy,
I'll go with Percy, yeah.
Still Percy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do like Percy.
That would definitely
too.
have more relevance now.
People singing, though, as you show up, though, would be pretty awesome if you're Hercules. But, yeah.
Oh, the muses?
Yeah.
Bless my soul, you standing next in line.
What?
Waiting all this time to get on this ride.
I love it.
But I would take either. I'd be honest with you. I'd take either.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
would have
love
taken
both.
Hercules back in the
Yeah.
day when it first came out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love both properties.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Instead of the stage show it was. I think it was a stage show.
Yeah. Well,
That's
they're
all
doing
we got.
something on the cruise ships with them or something. So.
Okay. If you had to choose, would you take a Coco Land or an Encanto Land?
Coco Land.
Yeah, Coco Land.
Coco Land for sure.
Yeah.
That's hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I love me some Coco.
Yeah, same here. I mean, look, no disrespect to Encanto, but yeah, it's a house. It really is. It's a house.
What about all the jungle that's in the house as you go through it? You sing
Okay,
the
so they got a
song?
jungle room. So did Elvis. It's just anything.
And he died on the toilet.
Give me a Land of the Dead. I mean, come on. I mean, think about what you could do with that, like at Halloween and whatnot, and decorate it for Dia de los Muertos. And no, for sure, Coco
Oh
Land.
yeah, at some point your Ivy could get stuck in the Flower Bridge.
Yeah, mariachi
Damn,
band.
Flower Bridge.
The
Yes.
Dorito Bridge.
Dorito Bridge.
Bridge. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, just the music alone. Like
Yeah.
if they had Guitar Hero like Coco style, I think you're in business.
Oh, the
right
music would be
there.
great. Yeah, no, I love Coco.
Yeah,
I
definitely
love
Coco.
everything about Coco.
Yeah, I like the music in Coco better than I like the music in Encanto.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Bruno. Yeah, kiss my
We're
ass.
not talking about Bruno
Sorry.
now.
Well, good. I talk a lot about Coco.
Yeah, I talk a lot about me. some Coco.
Talk a
you
lot
love some
about
Coco.
Coco.
Oh.
That's right.
You make me un poco loco.
Oh, I just know, like, there's two good properties, and yeah, they definitely have the better one.
Mhm.
Okay, now we've talked in the past about various animatronics during in attractions that, how do we say, have remained broken.
Yes.
If you could fix one, would you fix the Yeti or would you fix Kylo Ren?
Ooh. That's a good question.
Now, do we need for the listeners to say where these things are? Or you think they already know?
Oh,
which
I
one?
think most listeners
probably
do
know,
do
but
Disney
you
Plus.
know.
But yes, for whatever
Context
sake,
purposes.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. Kylo Ren is in Rise of the Resistance,
Mhm.
and the Yeti is in Expedition Everest in
Yes.
Animal Kingdom. And I'm gonna go with the Yeti because I think it really, really needs it. Because that's really that's the culmination of the ride, whereas Kylo Ren is one of a number of impressive animatronics on that ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll go with Expedition Everest because it's really one animatronic, and everything else. When you see the Yeti, it's either noises like sound or it's projection, but the only actual physical effect you see of the Yeti is broke.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's got
absolutely.
I'll go with Yeti.
No, I'm definitely going Yeti because, like, I think Kylo Ren is up more times than it's down.
Okay.
I've ridden it almost a good number of times, and they're almost about equal. To where Kylo Ren still has more of a chance of being working than the Yeti, which has never been working for the longest period of time. So yeah, if I had to resurrect one, give me that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kylo Ren's gonna go back and forth between A mode and B mode anyway, as he does. But I mean, this
Depends
Yeti's
on if he
constantly in
takes
Dios.
his
Yeah,
Listen, I'm not feeling too good. Help me out. I need my meds.
But the Yeti is constantly in B mode right now, and it's like, it needs help.
Yes.
So I would pick the Yeti for sure. I mean, even on top of Danny's point, that's like the animatronic people were looking for back.
Yes.
when
That's
it first
yes. Again,
Yeah.
I'm with you to his point. I mean, the Yeti is the finale, and the Kylo Ren there's enough of that you can still get so many different effects from the ride that
I think Disney should have like video of the Yeti working on a site somewhere, just on YouTube, where you can just access that of like just nothing but an endless loop of the Yeti working, just so we can see what we're supposed to see.
That's fair.
Because most of us have never really gotten to see the Yeti in full
Yeah,
Yeti
and it's
mode.
full-
I don't think I ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I
full
think
glory.
we did, but now looking back, it's been so long.
Yeah.
Like, I have to second guess myself. Did I ever see a Yeti move? Like, I can't remember.
It was a figment of your
It was the
imagination.
myth.
Because it didn't last that long, did it?
No, it was very quick.
God, yeah, it was like towards our earlier years.
3 minutes of fury.
Yeah. I could swear I saw a move, but I don't. Because we went when it, in the very first year it opened.
It moved.
So you had a high
yeah,
chance for
'cause
it to move.
The arm would ride, like right when you
That's
were, like,
what I
at
seem
the-
to
at the
remember.
track,
Yeah, it was-
and it would
yeah.
swipe.
But I don't know.
It's
I
been
don't
a
know.
while.
It's been a while.
It's absolutely. But
All right.
yeah, they just need to have Sally Struthers come out and like during one of those Disney like things.
For 5 cents a day.
Yeah, you can resurrect the Yeti, and then just show like this little Yeti thing just trying to eat or something with flies on it. But that'd be a start.
You think Disney would sell for 5 cents a day?
Oh yeah, $5 million a
$5
day.
million.
But you know what? Seriously, like if they were to say, "Hey, look, these rising costs is to like resurrect this thing," at least I can say, "Oh, well, I know where my money's going on that,"
Uh-huh.
and that's a classic attraction.
Just kidding.
Very effective. But hey, you know what? Everyone can dream.
You want to see a working Yeti? Go to the Matterhorn.
Yep.
That's some beautiful stuff. Man, okay. You go in Disneyland and you go through the Marvel area there. You go into the merchandise shop.
You meet up with JP.
Yeah, you meet up with JP's, him and everybody. They go ahead. We having a good time. You feel like buying an Infinity Gauntlet. Which one do you buy? Do you buy the Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet or do you buy the old school Thanos Infinity Gauntlet?
The old school Thanos and
Yeah.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Well, that's the OG gauntlet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the gauntlet. Like, Tony Stark wore that for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And he died.
I think like, everybody, it's such an iconic scene when them just, Tony
Oh,
snapped his
Iron-
face. And it's the
Iron
last
Man?
time you see Tony.
And give it a couple. How long?
You'll have the
2026.
Yeah.
We get
The Dr.
Tony
Doom gauntlet?
back.
Yeah.
Tony Doom.
Yeah.
Tony Doom.
Unless they have to start like reshuffling the scenes around again. And
Well, no,
Reshoots.
yeah, no. Thanos wore that gauntlet for so long. I
Yeah.
mean, and even in the comics, I mean, that gauntlet was kind of iconic. You even saw it in like one of the post-credit scenes where Thanos opens up the vault and there's the gauntlet just sitting there. He's like, "Fine, I'll do it myself," and he puts the gauntlet on.
Yeah.
That gauntlet it's legend, it's lore. I mean, Tony basically had the gem show up on his already, Iron Man
Pre-made
suit.
gauntlet?
Yeah, just no.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Thanos.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Thanos for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm with that. Okay. Now you can put it other than this one. I just kind of kept this one generic. But all right, so you know how like you're in Cosmic Rewind and you have the music, like everybody always talks about the music,
Yeah.
not so much about the ride. Would you rather have 80s music or 90s music playing while you're going on that ride? I almost thought about saying this, to be fair though. Would you rather have 80s and 90s rock and rap or 90s rock and rap? But we could just leave it 80s and 90s music just to keep it kind of generic.
Well, I mean, I think it's got to be 80s because it just fits into the
Theme
the theming of it. Yeah, it's the whole idea of the timeline. It's more 70s, early 80s, maybe. I'm trying to think of how many.
I mean, that's about right.
What
Early
is
80s, yeah.
80s in
Tears for Fears.
Okay.
Everyone rules the world. That's 80s.
Yeah.
And then
Is that early 80s?
mid? I think
mid to
yeah,
late,
I
like
think it's
85,
mid.
86.
It's definitely before grunge.
Pat Benatar.
Well, I know. I'd want Styx music.
Sticks?
Come Sail Away or like Mr. Roboto.
Oh, I was going to say, you got Christopher Cross?
Sailing, take me away to the
Yeah, that dude was catchy.
Oh, that'd be fun too, though.
Yeah,
No, Come Sail. I'd be down with that.
that's fair.
Come sail away, come sail away.
So you want to hear that on the rise? What you're saying?
Yeah, I'd take that. I'd do Styx music. There you go.
Yeah, music of Sticks.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
I would not mind some 90s, but I get the timeline.
Well, if
part,
you're gonna
but-
go 80s, you got to Journey.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta
I'd
have
do Journey too,
Don't
yeah.
Stop. Just for Chris Evans's performance in The Losers, singing "Don't Stop Believing" as a homage. I want to hear that on
That version?
on Cosmic Rewind.
Oh, Journey would be great.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
that's a nice callback. right
Yeah,
there.
dude, I love The Losers. That's a really great comic movie. It really showed Chris Evans when Chris Evans was funny. Like, so many people watch him as Captain America. He's like, oh, he's very stoic. He's very like, no, he used to be a clown.
Yeah,
He used to be really, really funny. He used to be Thor before
before there
was
Christopher-
Thor.
Thor, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
shoot you with my mind.
yeah, they did strange things to me. Butt stuff.
Yeah. That was right out the comic too. That was what made that crazy. Like they understood.
Yeah,
That's what made the movie awesome.
yeah. What was his name? Jennings. What was it? Oh man. It's gonna haunt me. But I mean, no, it was a really, really, really good movie. Idris Elba was in it. Negan.
Jeffrey D. Morgan.
All those names. Yes, that was him
all that-
too.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, the dude from Lost
Zoe
Boys.
Saldana was in it.
Oh, Zoe Saldana. Yeah, Guardian
Oh,
of the
no
Galaxy
way.
herself
she
was in there.
Yeah.
All right.
But also Jason Patrick from the Lost Boys was the villain and was awesome.
He was funny.
He was so funny as a villain. And we're back to killing them.
Yeah. Just do it. That whole movie was just
Oh, it was a madhouse of a
Insane.
movie. Yeah, it was so fun.
insane.
Have you ever seen that,
it called?
Kevin?
No, what was it called?
Oh, it's called The Losers. Make
Losers.
sure you put that on whatever play. That was a
Yeah.
fun watch of a movie. It's a comic movie. You know,
It's a
most people
comic
most don't realize it,
Mhm.
but it was a comic book. I think it was DC.
It
Wasn't
was a DC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drawn
DC
by
comic.
John.
Yeah.
okay.
I cannot believe they didn't do anything more with that.
Yeah. If you need a DVD, I got it. That's
But
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's an all-star cast. Idris
I'll check it
Elba, Zoe Saldana, Chris Evans,
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I mean, all-star cast.
Yeah, some other dude like I'm MacGyver. Look at that, I made that. I'm MacGyver. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll check that out. That sounds
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Lines were killer.
All right.
All right, yeah. Okay, let's see. Man, we just tearing through this. Okay,
Well, there's only two choices.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, if you want, we can slow it down by being big money, big money. Don't no whammies, no whammies. And stop.
No. All right, let's go for this one then. A California grill dinner with fireworks outside,
Mm.
or a Cousie's dinner with electric water pageant outside.
Narcoozie's. Stop.
I like the electric water pageant. Yeah. I'll go with
It's
that one.
Narcoozie's all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not even close. Especially since California Girls going prefix.
Prefix and fireworks. No.
Yeah, prefix.
A la carte.
Prefix and fireworks.
Yes,
No.
You.
A la carte and water pageant. Yes.
Right on the
Yes.
water. Yeah, no, it's not even close.
Some lovely
Narcoozie's.
fireworks. You go outside right there.
No, I'll
see the
fight you on this
castle,
one.
You know,
I proposed to my wife in California Girl, and if I had to do it all over again, it would be on Narcoozie's.
during the water pageant.
Doing the water pageant. Although, to be fair, I guess not, because the water pageant is me and my daughter's thing. That's one of my fondest memories of being in Disney World, was when we were in Ohana and we were having dinner, and my daughter was like, Dad! And I'm like, something just happened, because this was the trip we went with the neighbors, and our friends were there, and I thought one of the kids had heard her or did
Oh,
something
God,
to her.
okay.
Yeah. And I'm like, what? And she's pointing, and she's pointing outside, and through the window she could see the water pageant coming along. And I was like, oh, I said, you want to go see it? And she didn't, you know how kids are, like, she didn't even answer. It just said furious nod. Yes.
Shit.
And so I grabbed her and like, I'm sorry, guys. We got daddy-daughter stuff to do. And we ran all the way. I literally carried her running the entire way down because I was afraid we were going to miss it.
Yeah.
And we got down to what used to be the beach.
Oh, wow.
Of there. And we watched the water pageant, and that's our daddy-daughter thing. If you look, every single vacation I have a picture. Like one of my profile pics is of me and Lily with the water pageant in the background. It's
Right, I was
always-
gonna say,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
That, as I've always seen that when y'all have gone out and like stood outside and watched it through the whole thing.
it's a can't miss daddy-daughter moment.
I
yes.
have, yeah.
There you go.
I'm usually eating the surf and turf while all that's going on. But
Nice.
That's fair. Look, yeah, the prefix menu in California Grill really changed the game.
Yeah, it
That.
really. You
It's a
might have
shame.
had a closer argument. I think I still would have gone Narcoossee's because of the quality of the food and because you're right up on that water, and it really does feel like you're within arm's reach of touching the float. You're not, but I mean, feels like you're so much closer.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to being up on that balcony and the wind and weather might not be cooperating. I don't know. I gotta go. I gotta go with Narcoossee's.
Narcoossee's had the better meal, and I totally feel what you're saying there on the nostalgia part. I just thought that like California Grill had the best like view like of seeing the parks and the fireworks, but prefix menu is definitely. I think if that wouldn't have been around, I think that maybe that was different, but I don't remember what the menu was like prefix.
Yeah, you can see better into the parks. I mean, but it's still. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's still a great view. I mean, hell, the people over at Top of the World Lounge at Bayview. I mean, at
Bay Lake, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
They've got a better view than what we've got. They're closer.
Mm.
I mean, I like fireworks, but I like the water pageant better.
Yeah,
That's
like,
fair.
So I didn't even need the restaurants to do it. for
Same
me,
with
but
Kevin.
That was it.
I like the water pageant better.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's fair. No, you can't beat that. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so you go into an area, has a band. They start busting their music out as soon as you come in. What would you rather hear? Music from a mariachi band or a Hawaiian band, or would you say Polynesian? Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I want to make sure I got
Hawaiian
that right.
I kind of like the centaur music and
I thought about centaur, but I was like, there's never been a centaur band. It's just like been like one guy, you know.
Yeah, I like that guy.
He is.
I like the
He's a good
ukulele
guy.
guy in Ohana. Though. That is cool. Well, so what's the question? Is what music makes you feel more in Disney? What's your personal preference music wise?
Yeah, more or less like what's your like you go in somewhere, which one of those two sounds just cheers you up? Like you go in there like, yeah, this is festive. I like this.
Then it would be mariachi for me, yeah. I like the mariachi music. Whenever I hear it going into Mexico, I'm like, all right, let's do this. I need some tequila,
Yeah.
margarita,
I mean,
some nachos.
that's what I said. But I mean, still, like if like you hear like Hawaiian music, I mean, you're like
I'm chilling out
you're
with
happy,
Hawaiian
you
music.
chill. But like it's like, what are you? Almost like, what's your interest music? You know, basically.
What's my entrance music?
That's
a whole different.
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
We're talking about wrestling. But
You're asking me to choose between mariachi music or Hawaiian music in terms of what is my more quintessential Disney experience.
yeah, it makes you feel yes.
Okay.
Love to hear it.
I would go with. I think I'd go with Hawaiian because I associate a little bit more sitting in the Tambu Lounge, hearing the atmospheric music. I associate more of that with being on vacation than what I do with a mariachi band.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's the best rationalization I think I
Just
have
go with those.
with the two choices given.
That's.
Uh,
I mean, I always think about that one time we went to the Los Caballeros ride, and I came out and there was a mariachi band playing, and there was this female singer.
yes.
Who would be
Oh,
away.
you stuck on that
yeah,
female
Three
singer,
Caballeros
yeah.
ride. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, like, I feel like I can get that when I walk into Coretta's or, El Paso or like any Mexican restaurant has that music playing. But you don't really hear,
You don't.
Well, on that line, there's not that many Hawaiian restaurants.
That's right.
fair.
That's exactly
Okay,
what
that's
Kevin
fair.
just said is exactly right. It's when I hear Hawaiian music, I know I'm in Disney. When I hear Mexican music, I'm probably at Coretta's.
That's fair. That's fair. I was gonna say because I was thinking now when you said that, like how I was at the Poly. I was about to pretty much change my idea actually because when I was at the Polynesian, like you do that, like they have the group come out and like they just jamming,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then the dudes are coming out, spinning the fire and all that stuff, and they're playing intense, not like the ukulele. They're just like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
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 No,
That's a completely different vibe.
Oh, sure,
totally different
yeah.
vibe. Yeah. You come in a
That's higher
restaurant like
energy
that.
there, yeah.
Yeah, you ready to be like, give me all the meat.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
All the meats.
all the meats. There. Okay, fair enough. You know what? Love them both. But yeah, if I could get the Roman Reigns style of Pod needs to be. I might take that.
The Roman Reigns stuff.
Okay. Acknowledge him.
Acknowledge him, yeah.
Take his meat.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
All of it.
All of it. Okay, so now, all right. So Father's Day is coming up.
Oh, is it? When's Father's Day?
Yeah, that's like
Speaking of
mid-June.
acknowledge me.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like we should, right? Like, all respect to moms out there for what you do, but
They already had their day.
dads are the unsung heroes a lot of a family.
Not only that, is that Father's Day is a better day than Mother's Day. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I'm sorry. Mother's Day, when you have 3 moms in the family, good luck trying to appease all of them. They all have their own idea. Like, one person's like, I just want my Mother's Day to be spent without my kids, without my family. I just want to be at the spa.
Yes.
You have another one's like, I just want to not travel. I don't want to do this.
Anything.
Yeah, and then you got the third one who wants the whole family around.
I was just saying, we got a different.
And fathers are like, whatevs.
Just let me watch TV.
Right.
Just don't give me a problem.
And okay, tell me when and where, I'll be there. Like, yeah, it's a lot more easy. By the way, this isn't just me, this is my daughter saying this as well.
No, like, you remember Mother's Day? Like,
Yes!
I mean, where you found me at. I mean, I was taking my mom to eat at Ruth's Chris. That wasn't my choice. She made the reservation and said, hey, this is where we're going for Mother's Day. I'm like, don't you think you should ask me that? But hey, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
My mother wanted to do something with the whole family. And then my wife is kind of like, she'll go with the flow, but she'd rather be at the spa. And then my sister is like, I'm tired of traveling everywhere. I want a Mother's Day where I don't have to travel to this place and to that place and to that place and to this place, because she's got a couple of families to visit. Because, Mother's Day isn't just about the moms anymore. Like, it's about the retired mom. It's almost like Veterans Mother's Day, because it's more about grandmas and great grandmas than it is about moms who are still in the trenches taking shrapnel.
No, I'm done for you.
Right. Like, I'm sorry, when your kid's 50-something years old, Mother's Day ain't about you.
You didn't do your job. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally fair. And when Father's Day comes around, like,
You get like an honorarium. You get like a medal or something, but you don't get the whole day.
Like, what do we need to do for you?
That's dedicated.
Dad?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, what do we burn an effigy in your honor or what? Like, no, it's like, yeah, here's a tie and socks and maybe a card.
And dads, what do? They smile and like, thank you. Thank you.
Now, would you like me to cook something now? Or should I drive y'all around somewhere to eat in my honor?
You never see a dad like, the whole day is ruined. My Father's Day is just ruined.
I was looking forward to so much more. So much more. This is what I get out of
Wait, is that what we're choosing between? Is Mother's Day or Father's Day?
No. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, we were having fun.
Okay,
I was having fun saying that.
What is the question?
Father's Day is coming up.
Father's Day is coming up.
I don't know if I missed a question.
No,
I was like, oh. Okay.
No, that was just,
Kevin's being quiet. Like, I'm not pissing off any mamas.
All my daughters.
I just.
Kevin's like, I'll get jumped if I go home saying anything.
No, I just didn't know that was the
He's
question.
outnumbered.
No, that's fine. No, I was just saying that was what the honor was for, to just,
Oh,
to put
okay.
it out
Yeah.
there. Okay, so for your Father's Day gift, would you rather a figurine from an Olszewski, Jim Shore, or some wall art such as
Cliche.
or like a famous painting from like Haunted Mansion from a famous portrait artist?
Okay.
It's your Father's Day. You got to tell your family for once, just give me what I want.
Ooh, it's tough because I have both. Oh, man.
I would like the figurine. I would start off with that.
You like the figurine?
I
I
would
like
like
the
the-
figurines, but
I don't have many.
no, it's
I don't really have any.
Yeah, I don't have any, but
I've
they
got
look
a
awesome in here.
ton.
You got a good bit. See,
Yeah.
I would like the figurines, but I'm not. I'm probably gonna pick the wall art only because so my cat doesn't break my figurine.
Uh-huh.
Well,
You know?
if you can control the cat, and the cat says, "Sorry, Dad, this is your art. I won't mess with it."
No, good luck.
Yeah. Assuming it's indestructible.
Yeah, okay,
Oh, assuming
yeah.
it's
Cat won't
indestructible?
eat it. Yeah.
I'd still go with the wall art, I think, because I'll tell you why. One, because these figurines that they kind of come out with, it kind of is homogenized. It's not really like you're going to get a great... Like, I love Typhoon Lagoon. Good luck finding my closest thing to a Typhoon Lagoon figurine is the Sipper Cup. They made the Miss Tilly. Like, I'm never going to find something like that. But if I found a really good, like if they release the concept art for Typhoon Lagoon, I would totally buy that. And that, I think, is why I'd lean more towards wall art, because they seem to do a little bit more with the wall art than what they do with the figurines they produce. Like, I've got a million Haunted Mansion figurines and whatnot. You know, it's like, you're going to get Haunted Mansion, you'll get Pirates, you'll get the famous stuff, but the kind of things that you want that, you know, a little bit more obscure, you're never going to see that in that format. Whereas you might see it in if they, like I said, if they release like a cliche or a print of concept art that they did for Typhoon Lagoon, Blizzard Beach, Beastly Kingdom, any of that stuff, I would love to have that.
I mean, I would say, like, I've seen, like, some cool cliches of, like, Avengers, Black Panther, I think, while I was in Disney Springs, but I still can look at your Toad over here, and I can remember distinctly what it took for Toad to happen.
Oh, I love Toad.
Yeah. I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying that.
There again, like, that's a very obscure piece. Like, you know, it's one of those things to where, I don't know how we get it on camera, but I mean, like, it's Toad with the D to Toad Hall.
Yeah.
Which is special to me because, one, it's Mr. Toad from Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, the ride, as well as the Toad's Adventures. But I mean, like, you know, the deed is him handing over the deed to Owl from when he handed over for Winnie the Pooh, because Winnie the Pooh took over his ride in Walt Disney World. So that was special to me. Because it's a little piece of obscure history.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. I guess what I'm saying is too is like it's a classic. It's unique. And then I guess like the thing of it being a figurine and being 3D is good for me. Now I don't have kids or pets at the house, but I guess when my grandson comes by, I would definitely have to put this on the highest shelf possible. I totally get that, but I think that's what I would go with, only because I don't have that many pieces. Yeah. But looking at what you have, it's like, it's very masterful.
It's 3D. It's you can reach over, you can touch it. Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, all those figures, Figment's awesome that I have over there. But if you look at it, 90% of that is Haunted Mansion related.
Yeah, but it's always
maybe 80%.
80%.
There's a lot of Main Street pieces in there as well.
But it's a lot. It's like in the if I go to like a comic book store, like I have more posters than figures, but I do like to look at, like, you know, figures of like Magneto or Wolverine, and like, you know, you turn and you twist it and you just kind of see what they have there. But that just seems like that would be like more of a, you know, a classic. Put that in the nice, you know, crystal, you know, shelf and have that well protected and guarded. So I would go figurine, but I feel you.
Yeah, no, figurines are great. It's just it's more the supply. That's what I'm going to hang my hat on.
I feel that.
I'm leaning more towards wall art.
Okay.
I mean, I like the figurines. I appreciate it. There's detail. There's some kind of depth. But for some reason, it's like when I look at the things that you have hanging up in the studio here, it captures something that the figurines doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I want to say mood right off the bat, but it's like, I don't know if that's it. But, you know, when I'm just looking around and looking at the different things, it's like the figurines are cool. There's so much detail in them.
Oh, yeah.
But that's it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and then every time I look at, like, especially that Haunted Mansion stuff over there, or even that one that's like by the moonlight, whatever, it has a way of capturing something that looks like that
yes.
the figurines can't.
I agree.
Which I don't know how to describe it, but it's definitely different.
Yes,
than a figurine. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this is one piece. I think Magic Kingdom would have like Star Wars stuff, and I always get gravitated to this one where there's like Luke and Django, but I don't know who the artist is, but I mean, it's nothing to take away from paint, like, you know, that's artistic buff stuff, you know?
I don't know if it's the way that, you know, the artist can shade things or the use of the different colors behind it, but, you know, it's like the figurines get limited because they can't do that.
Right. Yeah, and it also seems like the figurines they produce are a little bit more, like I said, it's a little bit more geared towards popular properties.
Yeah.
It's not so much like, you know, there was a release that I saw that when we go to Disney, I'm going to look if we make it to Disney Springs, I'm going to see if I can find it, which it was like Donald and Daisy asleep on the monorail with the electrical water pageant in the background. I'm like, gorgeous. You can't get that out of a figurine.
No.
You don't get that depth. Like you get that. You can have the electrical water patch. Well, I haven't seen that one yet. I'm sure maybe somebody's like, yeah, that exists. But you get the monorail, you get Donald and Daisy, you get water. You can't have all three,
Right.
But you can get that in the painting where there's Donald and Daisy. They're on the monorail. They're going back to their room. They're tired. They're zonked. And in the background, there's a water pageant, and there's the Seven Seas Lagoon. And oh, by the way, there's a contemporary or something, whatever is in the background.
That's fair.
It shows so much more of the world
Yeah.
than the one thing.
There's a freedom of it.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
if you
thinking
try to
about
turn
it.
that into a big figurine, that
Yeah.
would be a very expensive piece of
$1
work.
million
Like,
piece,
if you look
yeah.
at the figurines I have, I mean, you can get the Haunted Mansion. You can get the Organist. You can get, the Emporium. You can get whatever. But you cannot have all of them in one spot. And how they all relate to one another or something. You just can't get that. I mean, obviously the Emporium wouldn't relate, but I mean, you know what I'm trying to say is like you can't get a figurine of the organist, but still have the ballroom dancers plus a guy hanging from the chandelier plus a duelist plus all. You can get that in the portrait. though.
Yeah, you can frame that in such
Yeah.
a way to make it capture all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's it. It's the freedom of the wall.
Yeah, but that's a good question. No,
Yeah, I
it really
like
is
that.
because I do love both.
Yeah, no, there's no wrong answer now.
Yeah.
It's
a good
beautiful
one.
art either way you go. I mean, if you can afford to have either one in your homes, please have that.
Yes.
But look, happy Father's Day to both of y'all gentlemen whenever this airs, and I hope you get what you guys deserve.
Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome.
Just in case we don't see each other right on that day. All right, moving on. Okay, so let's say you had a choice for a sequel. Which Marvel movie would you choose between Ant-Man or Black Panther? Next sequel.
Ooh.
Which one would you like? Now, we have to follow up on Quantumania or we have to follow up on Shuri Panther.
Shuri Pants.
Wow, this is a Sophie's choice for sure.
That's very
in
tough.
terms of terrible movies.
It is very tough.
I think I would go with Black Panther just because I like the world of Wakanda, and I just feel like if you just put T'Challa back in there, but that would be a
Do
remake.
you go with Baby T'Challa?
No, because it would be a remake. It wouldn't it? Yeah, if you recast T'Challa, it would be a remake.
It
Wouldn't it?
depends on how you would do it.
It wouldn't be a sequel.
Well, if you do a sequel, you use Shuri Panther, and then something
I
happens.
don't want Shuri Panther.
I
no
know,
more.
but I'm just saying
I go with Ant-Man.
that would be the narrative.
By default, then I got to go Ant-Man because I don't want any more Shuri Black Panther. I want T'Challa should have been recast from the get-go.
No, that's fair. That would
and
have.
I get them paying respect to Chadwick, who didn't love what Chadwick Boseman
Right.
did, but you don't lose a character.
Right.
This-
No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
You could do a Cars remake of Black Panther and
Yeah.
call it T'Chugga. T'Chugga.
T'Chaka.
T'Chugga.
T'Chaka forever. I was gonna say
I mean, Ant-Man is the most powerful Avenger apparently because he beat Kang. So
he needed a whole family to do it though.
And some bugs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was so weird though.
it was.
I don't know how you follow up anything like that. I mean, I think at least I would go Black Panther. I mean, at least with that narrative.
But how? So how are you gonna get How are you gonna get T'Challa back in there?
I would have to. I would have to put something strange in there. Somebody would have had to attack.
Multiverse something and another happen.
No. I'll be terrified of these multiverse at this point. But
Well, they're already using it, so you might as well.
I mean, I would probably say something really freaky, like Shuri Panther had to fight somebody for the right of Black Panther. She loses because she can't really fight. The other person has it. She trains the little kid. Maybe, I don't know what's in those flowers or whatever, but maybe she's got a side of them, mixes it with something else. This kid amps up years later, goes and beats the other dude or girl who's a Black Panther. Next threat comes in. Hopefully it's an awesome threat. And then this T'Challa wins it. And
My question is this. If Robert Downey Jr. can be
Dr. Doom?
Doctor Doom,
Yeah.
why can't Michael B. Jordan be T'Challa?
That's a great point. A lot of people have
they're
said that.
related,
Yeah.
and
And that's
I think
a bank. And that's bank.
That's total bank, and I bet you Michael B. Jordan would do it.
He had like the guy who he and I forgot the other guy he works with that helps him to make the different movies who worked on Black Panther. Yeah. they're making killings off of this Sinners movie, which looks bad to me, but yeah, Michael B. Jordan is hot right now.
I would totally go that route. I would say that, instead of because they were all related in some kind of way. He came from brother and sister. I can't remember.
Yeah, they're tied together though.
Yes.
You don't have to really explain it.
I
Maybe
would
he
do that.
walks it out of a portal like, "Hey, I got this again," but I'm good.
If you can,
Where my auntie at?
Yes,
Yeah.
if you can make Tony Stark Victor Von Doom, you can bring
Killmonger
Killmonger
to be
back and make him Black Panther.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Reverse it.
Yeah, because I'm still not really sold.
I'm going with Ant-Man just because there's too many ifs to make the Black Panther work.
Oh, and that's why
Yeah.
I originally went Ant-Man
Yeah.
because yes, I don't think they'll do anything I just said, but
Yeah.
I think that's the right way.
But
to
how
go.
tough would Ant-Man be to make? I know that's your people, though. I know that's your people.
My people.
The Pims, they're your
Well,
people.
he liked Hank Pym.
No, I was a Hank Pym guy, and so the whole Scott Lang thing throws me off.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. I just,
Yeah,
but
but
I mean,
at
where
least
they go
it's-
with that.
that world is kind of stable as opposed to whatever they're doing with Black Panther.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that'll make some more money.
Yeah.
But that's fair. Okay.
I mean, I like Don't get me wrong, I love Black Panther, but as far as MCU Black Panther, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
they've messed up the entire
Yeah.
world.
it would be nice to write all those ships. All those ships.
Can you imagine when it's time to challenge for the Black Panther, the right to be Black Panther, if M'Baku challenged Shuri without her gadgets or weapons in any way? Like, is there any world in which anyone would ever buy that M'Baku couldn't just be like one punch, boom, that's
Bald-headed
it?
demon.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. They threw so much stuff in the other one with the, Ironheart and then like Namor and then all the other blue people. It's like you gotta like make people forget
Yeah,
like all of that.
It's a lot of
and that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
As good as Black Panther was, they went ahead and they wrecked it with and I'm not even saying Black Panther was a masterpiece because it wasn't.
But it was solid.
It was a solid
Yeah.
movie. It was a good jumping off point. They handled a lot of what they needed to, and the look and the feel of it was perfect.
Yes.
The look and the feel was a lot better than what the story was. I will say that. But all right, moving on. I'm sorry.
But look, that's deep stuff. That's how that stuff gets launched. So,
All right.
fair enough. Okay. How about this? Would you rather have Disney movies that are like, new releases go right through the theaters or just go straight to Disney Plus?
Ooh, Disney Plus. That's
Yeah.
easy. Yeah, I would say Disney Plus just because I'm done with going to the theater. And not that the theater is not a good experience. It is, but I mean, my TV's plenty big enough.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel like I can appreciate it. Plus, when I gotta go to the bathroom, I can hit pause. The kid runs in. Kid asks a question. I can hit pause.
You don't have to pay for overpriced drinks and popcorn. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an outdated model of business. It really is.
Yeah.
We all like going to movies in some kind of form or fashion if the movie experience can be controlled, but it's not.
No,
It's no, that's
no. Based on my last Lilo and Stitch thing, where I had the family with the kid with the iPad blaring next to me, I was like,
Right.
I'm done with this.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm done with this medium. It just ruins it for me.
I would think too, like, if you're already paying Disney Plus subscription prices, which are going up, it makes more sense. Like when they were talking about having Black Widow just go straight through the Disney Plus because of COVID, I was like, that's genius.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of people that Disney doesn't have to pay to have stuff go to theater, and they can say, hey, look, we know you want to see this. You take no risk in watching it.
Mhm.
So then I think like a lot of times people would say, well, that movie was all right because they got to see it at home as opposed to having to drive out, pay for popcorn, like you said, kids with iPads, this and that. The other be like, that movie was good, terrible.
Yeah,
you know?
I would have watched Thunderbolts by now if it was on Disney Plus.
Same here.
Same.
But there's no way I'm paying upwards of $30 to go see Thunderbolts in the theater.
Right.
Yeah, like
I
you
would
were
agree
just
with
telling
that.
me, like Captain America: Brave New World showed up on Disney Plus. I'm like, you know what? Okay, I can watch it. I still have that. I'm more than willing to do that on a late night than to try to figure out anything else. And you're already paying for it. It's like it would pay for itself.
They've totally overpriced the theater experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's too much. They've priced out the regular people from going to the theater. They really have.
Can't even afford popcorn and ice.
It's crazy. Yeah.
So you on the same boat, Kev?
What's that?
with the Disney Plus, yeah? Or
Yeah, I said
Hulu?
that. Yeah.
Sure.
Disney Plus for sure.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right, fair enough. Okay, well then, gents, last and final
All
question.
right.
All right.
Finale.
All right. So the park's about to close.
Okay.
Got one last thing to do.
Okay.
Do you go on a ride? Do you get your favorite meal?
Mhm.
Or do you buy your favorite thing? And I got to admit, I was inspired by this one because of the last trip we went with your cousin, where it was like,
Yeah, I remember that scenario.
and I was like, as long as I ain't got to watch none of them kids, I'm good.
And so to fully appreciate this, we have to understand you can't cheat where you wake up the next day and whatever you're looking for is in your hotel. Like it's
this is
literally, the
Yeah.
park is shutting down. You don't have extra time.
This is your last day.
Your last
Right.
last opportunity. You either buy something, you ride a ride one last time, or you go eat something. I can rule out eat something because I would have prepped for that in advance.
Okay.
Now we get to the harder part of this. You know, if it's Disney World, I don't think there's any attraction that I would be like, I got to ride that one last time. Because now, if it was Disneyland, I might be like, I want to experience original Haunted Mansion one more time before I walk out.
Yeah.
And I've done that. Like, that was literally a choice, and that's what I chose to do. In fact, it wasn't even original Haunted Mansion. It was Haunted Mansion Holiday, which I'd only seen during that one trip. And I saw it 3 times, and I saw it a 4th to go on it one more time rather than do anything else. So I think I would spend it riding my last favorite attraction, because I think if there was something I would have wanted, that's my bad if I didn't buy it when I saw it the first time. You know, because if I'm walking through there and I'm seeing something and I like it, you know, I'm either already prepping that's going to be the last thing I'm doing, or I'm buying it right then and there. And I think in that scenario, I would have bought it right then and there and moved on if I wanted it that bad and had that last experience.
I mean, you don't want to tote something around all day in the park.
Well, no, you don't. But I mean, you could. Yeah, I mean, they ship it back to your hotel.
Oh, you want to pay extra? Well, yeah.
Well, I mean,
fair.
you know, if it's like a piece of art, you have to pay to put it on the plane.
Yeah, that doesn't work well in customs.
Yeah, exactly. So
Right.
you might as well ship.
That fair?
I'm riding an attraction. Because I think that's where, like, the last bit of Disney or magic I would be able to get.
Yes.
As opposed to, like, sitting eating MAL, which, you know, I can sit and eat MAL anywhere, or let alone shopping. You know, I'm not a big shopper. But, you know, let alone shopping, like, you know, standing in, like, a store or whatever else. But, you know, I can't come home and ride an attraction.
Right.
You know, or experience attraction of some sort. So that's what I'm probably going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm riding the attraction. I mean, like I said, I was inspired by that time that happened when we went to Disneyland, and I got to ride Smuggler's Run, just me.
Usually your last thing to do when you walk out of the park is get a root beer float.
It is to get a root beer float, yes. But I'm just like you said, final thing. Yeah, but I already thought I was like, you know, favorite dessert. But yeah, that was just a rare thing, though. If there had been a ton of people in that line, I probably just would have went for the float. But just that no one was there.
You know, related to that, though, it's like I remember riding Big Thunder Mountain. It was like my last ride one day. And then, like, I remember walking through Magic Kingdom, you know, through Frontierland, where it's like there's nobody around. The lighting's still going, the music's still going. You hear the fake crickets. It's just something really cool and serene. You hear the lapping of the water as you're kind of just leisurely strolling out, because they're not going to force you out.
No,
as long as you're moving towards the exit.
Yeah,
but, you know, and everybody's saying, "Hey, good night," you know, as you're walking by. It's just something really neat, a nice way to end it, like a period to your vacation.
It is.
Agreed.
And look, and even getting a dessert or whatever to eat, there's nothing wrong with that. In the sense of you just hear the music and you don't want to go. You're just watching people try to go and hit these last minute things just to, you know, stay in that magic.
Well, to your point, like if I book a trip to, like, say, Animal Kingdom, Tiffin, I'm gonna get the latest reservation for Tiffin's I can possibly get, so that way when we're eating, the park's closing. So when we walk out, now it's nighttime, and you're right over there by Avatar Land. You can see what they're doing over there. You can't get over there because they won't let you. Those jerks. Yeah, go figure. You spend all this money to make it look good at night, and you won't let anybody go over there.
Crazy.
But no, it's there have been times like, but you're talking about I'm leaving.
Yeah.
For good, then no, I think I probably spent it on a ride. But yeah, there's many times I set up our meals the last thing we do before we head out of the parks.
It's always heartbreaking.
Right.
Either thing you pick, it's always.
But on the last day, it's always like, let's get this in before we go.
Yeah.
One last hurrah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, gents, for indulging me on that.
Absolutely,
That's all
man.
we
Well,
got
thanks.
for this one, and I hope those listening always chime in with the comments, and I know Kevin will let them know how to do that. But yes, enjoy your vacation. You never know what you could get at any point in time. So, yeah, it was a good time.
Absolutely.
Good, thanks. Well, we hope you enjoyed playing along with our Would You Rather, or This or That, or how you want to do it. Whatever you chose to call it. This or that.
This or that.
Any of that stuff. Look, if you want to learn more about us, follow us on any social media platform. Plus, if you want to share what you have chosen, you can do it through the following ways. First of all, shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com, or call or send us a text message. It's I did say text us at 1-815-MOWEEKEND. That is 1-815-MOWEEKEND 669-4226. And of course, we have a couple people that do things outside of the podcast. First of all, we got Eli, does some good comics. What you got, sir?
Yes, sir. As always, when you go out there on the internet, always visit the Ivory Comics website. You can see all the work that I have. 48 pages, fully colored. The only ad for them is for the Magic Our Way podcast. What is that work, you say? Project Geisha, Savages, and the Molly Be Damned is what I've made there. Also, you can find on the website blogs and interviews, and of course, a link to the Magic Our Way podcast so you never miss a beat, you never miss an episode, you never miss who picked this or that. And that's how we like that. So as always, appreciate the support there for the Ivory Comics website. On social media, you can find me on Facebook, Eli H. Ivory. As long as you're a real person, it's a pleasure to meet you. If you're a bot, I did the show for you because I'm going to ask you a bunch of trick questions when you call me, and no bot can ever answer any of these questions. So, fooled you. Also on Facebook, see, there's always a plan beyond the plan. There you go. Also on Facebook, there's a Project Geisha fan page. So, Facebook.com/Project Geisha. Also on Instagram, EIV504 is where you can find me there, posting up the stories for the glories and see what you guys have and putting the hearts everywhere and the likes where they need to go. Also on X, you can find me at Hancock10166. So yes, if you appreciate the madness, you're just bringing me the gladness. Thank you very much.
And if you want to book any kind of vacation, whether it be to the theme parks, Universal or Disney or anywhere in the world or country, you can do it with Rachel.
This is Rachel, one of the hosts of the Magic Our Way podcast. I would be honored to help your family book your vacation to Disney destinations, Universal, cruise lines, and major hotel brands around the world. Booking with me is at no extra cost to you. The cost of a travel agent is built into the cost of your vacation, whether you use one or not. And when you book with me, a little bit of your trip comes back to support the podcast and the fan community here at Magic Our Way. You can reach me at Rachel, Rachel, at magicourway.com, or you can find me at R, the letter R, Family Magic, so Our Family Magic, on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. You can also give me a call or a text. My phone number is 978-432-WISH. Reach out today and let's make some magic with your family vacation.
In addition, go to patreon.com/Magic Our Way to elevate your support of the Magic Our Way podcast. Another option that costs a minute or so of your time is to leave a rating interview on Apple Podcasts and or wherever you access our show, whether it is YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, etc. Any way in which you can support the show is deeply appreciated. We also want to thank you for being a loyal listener, and we always love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are always welcome in the Magic Our Way podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So we say, Quaharini, my name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
Magic out.
All right, nachos are on plates.
And you are. Bye!